Hi, my name is Leah Karras, and I'm so excited to talk a little bit about my immersion experience that I've had in the past 3 days. I've learned so much already, and I've already changed my life a lot, considering it's only been 3 days. And before I start talking, I just want to say that I'm a little sick, so I'm sorry if I cough or sneeze or whatever. But the most impactful thing that I experienced this week was learning that the brain and the mind are separate. The brain is real. Everybody has a brain and it's there, but the mind, it's just an illusion. It's something it's not even real. And a lot of times it controls people and it's like how can something that's not even real control you? And it's such a scary thought. Um, when your mind's clear, your body does exactly what you want it to do. And there's very few moments where um, I feel like my mind has really been clear. And, I'm a goal setter. I like to set goals. And going into this immersion, I knew a lot of the stuff we were going to be doing, but at the same time, I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to get out of it. And like in the book, The Peaceful Warrior, and the movie, it said, best performers are, they have the quietest minds during the moments of truth. And I think that that's my goal is to be able to, in those difficult moments during basketball games and during tests in school and whatever else I experience in my life, I want to be able to have a quiet mind. I want to be able to just focus on what's really going on and experience it. And hopefully, over the years practicing, I'll be able to, really just enjoy my everyday life and that kind of stuff because it's so important. We only have one life. And, the mind is an illusion. And it's crazy. And I never thought about it, but, we're prisoners of our own illusions. And we live in this world where we think things should be the way they are, but then they're not. And, people get really mad and they're afraid of reality because it's not the way that we, envision it in our minds. And it's not the way that we think it should be, but there is no way that it should be. It's just what it is. And it's crazy that, people think happiness is so far away and it's so hard to reach. And the truth is, it's literally standing right next to us, it's inside of us. Happiness is here. The only thing we have to do is, get rid of our mind for a little second and really experience life because life is happy. If you stop and just think about the things that you have and everything, it's crazy how happy you could be. I learned that, the source of success is ourselves. And, people always told me, you have to dig deep and you have to do all this stuff to become successful within yourself. And I knew that, but they never told me how and what to do and why it was that. And I never realized that all I had to do was figure out a way to step away for a second from whatever I thought should be happening in my mind and just live and then I'll be successful. It was so crazy to learn that, the mind controls your moods. And a lot of times we associate, whatever's going on with how we picture it in our minds. And if it's not that way, we get upset. And it's so weird because people have always told me that, you can't control your emotions, but you can. I mean, you don't have to listen to what your mind says. And it's crazy that anger can be stronger than fear and it can be stronger than sorrow. And anger often comes from the fact that our mind illusions are not what's actually real. This week has really started to make me question and wonder. It's made me question and wonder, you know, is it all an illusion? And what is an illusion? And what is reality? What have I experienced? Looking back, I've had so many experiences, crazy, awesome, sad, happy, um, weird experiences. And for me, I'm wondering, was I experiencing those? Or, was I just making stuff up in my mind to help myself get through it? I guess overall, I would call the past week realization. I think that this week I've learned how to realize at first, yeah, that my brain and my mind are different. I've learned to realize that, um, I need to take a step back from my mind. And now I'm starting to, recognize when I'm drifting off to these weird places in my mind and not actually living. And for me, that's definitely the first step. It is the first step in this immersion. It's the first step in becoming successful. And I think that a lot of people need to learn how to really do that. And lastly but not least, I just want to say probably my favorite part of this whole week was getting my white belt. Being able to stand in front of, the whole class and saying I believe in myself shouldn't be that hard, but it really was. And, I consider myself a very confident person. I'm confident in my abilities, my schoolwork, my knowledge, my athletic abilities. But at the same time, when I was standing there in the back line, waiting to go up, looking at everybody laughing and looking at everybody going up there, I was thinking to myself in my mind, oh my gosh, what if I fall down? That would be so embarrassing. What if, I go up there and it takes me 5 tries? What if I laugh? What if I cough? Like, oh my gosh, I was freaking out. But then I like realized as I was walking up there, I was like, this is my mind. It's not what's gonna happen. How do I know what's happening? The moment right now is I'm walking up there. And in another moment I'm going to be sitting up there doing it. And I don't know how it's gonna go, but I hope to God it does not go the way it was in my mind. And so I just forgot about it. I stood up there and I did it and I got it in one try and I was so happy and I was so excited. And, it's so weird how a little thing like that can make you genuinely happy. And in that moment, I really tried to shut off my mind. And I don't know if I did, but I hope I did. And I think I did. And it was just such a crazy experience. And I've learned so much in just 3 days that it makes me, so excited for the next, 2, 3 weeks. I can't wait for what else is to learn. If I've already changed so much in just 3 days, it's hard to imagine how much I'm going to change in a month. And I can't wait to watch over this video in a month and, see how much my ideas have grown. And